Hey there friends, how is it going? My name is Rabbit, and thank you so very much for joining me for episode number 20 of Let's Play Blindly, Paladin's Quest. In our previous episode, we were able to finally meet up with the infamous Daphne, who did in fact share with us what steps we need to next take in order to increase the likelihood of us taking out Dalgran, which, as you guys know, is no small feat for sure. So after we got the information from her regarding the legendary Cormu and the fact that there are 3 artifacts or 3 ancient pieces of his armor and equipment that we will be able to utilize, we got teleported to another part of, I think we're in Nasquat. We made our way to the town of Lagon, which was that port village that you just saw, and what would you know? Destry turned out to be a petty thief and ultimately a piece of fucking gutter trash. He stole 3,000 gold from us and then just bounced. He didn't say anything, like there was no goodbye, no, you know what, fuck you guys, y'all are crazy, nothing. He just took the cash and made a mad dash for his previous town. Or I guess that's where he went back to, was the town of Dober. I don't really know, but I was super upset about it. Yet, it's all good because as you can see, we do have 2 lovely ladies in our team now named Wild and Meanma, respectively. So, I'm sure you saw the change to levels there. I did, in fact, take about, I'd say 15 minutes just running back and forth outside of the town of Lagon in order to get a couple of levels on my squad here. Wild and Meanma were a little bit low compared to Chesney and Medea, so I'm not sure if it's going to be necessary, but you know, I didn't feel comfortable. I think Wild was like level 21, was it? I think she was. So I went ahead and got roughly 2 to 3 levels on everyone. I think Wild got 3, and I would say Chesney, Medea, and Meanma got only 2. But you guys can, of course, look back at our previous episode and do the comparison yourself. I wasn't really paying attention. Y'all already know me. When I set aside that grinding time, I usually have, like, the Golden Girls off in the background on my television. So, wasn't counting the XP gain there or the level gain so much as just setting a timer and giving myself a little bit of, do I want to? We'll just use break on this rotor pit here and shift our focus to the T-Espers above, just in case. Better have Meanma also go at it to this guy chilling at the bottom there. So yes, anyway, I had mentioned this in our previous episode that for me personally, I like, as a way to kind of prepare myself, to spend just a little bit of time outside of towns, either before I go in them or right when I'm ready to leave them, since we do have easy access to a store to refill our bottles, or an inn so that we can fill our bellies as well as our HP gauges there before we set forth in the next part of our journey. So that's kind of how I like to roll, but by all means, you know, you guys do you. I know I might go overboard sometimes with levels on people, but I would rather be a bit over-leveled than under-leveled. And I'm telling you, I think being level 21 as Wild, that was going to be a bit crippling, and I wouldn't have been surprised if she had died a couple of times. So, in order just to spare myself that frustration, just get her up. Ooh, lordy, y'all, those fucking monsters, they pack a bit of a punch. So again, I could not imagine trying to make this trek over here with the state that Wild and Meanma were in when we first picked them up at the tavern, which that sounds a little bad, like Chesney was cruising for chicks, but y'all already know what I mean. And to be fair, Meanma threw herself at us, so that is all on her. Now, let's see here. I think I want to get rid of the sting bags first. I am not loving the fact that there's 4 of them in a group there. They look like they are going to cause me some fucking problems. So we are just going to go all out with them and tap into blowout with Chesney. Now I will say, in spite of how pissed off I am at Destry for the bullshit stunt that he pulled, I am greatly feeling the absence of his break all. I think it'll be nice once we're in the position to have access to spells on Chesney and Medea that can attack all enemies on the screen. The group focused abilities are nice, but oh god, all I really have is heat on Chesney, and although it is admittedly getting better, I don't know, maybe I became a little too reliant on break all with destry, but I think it made a pretty big difference in just damaging everyone on the screen versus right now, Blow Up is a bit inconsistent, although again, much like Heat, the more that I've been using it and slowly raising Chesney's proficiencies, that whatever combination of elements tap into those spells, you know, it's been nicer, and I feel like Blow Up has been a much more reliable ability to be utilizing in fights. But, and that's a huge old but, I'm not liking it as much as just having something that hits everyone and it hits them consistently. Although Blow Up does a considerable amount of damage when it does land. I don't know, I guess it's the give and take of using a skill like that, right? I mean, I guess you can't really win them all. But whatever, we got a level on Chesney, which is great. We're gonna scroll on past this, Chesney, and woohoo, Wild as well. You two don't need to be bragging. And oh my god, a level for Mima too? Huh, I'm happy about this. I will happily take that. And while I have a second here, we will just use our bagged mini bottle. So sorry, Medea, you are paralyzed, which is not a good time, but I don't know. Can I remove status effects? I might have a spell that does it. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. Whose strength? Medea's magic. We never really learned restore. I can't remember. Maybe in the future. Let me try that on someone when they are paralyzed. I don't know if we've ever tried to use it outside of on our teammates when everyone was already good to go. And I know I saw the little cave there, but I want to see what's off to the left. Although it's been a while since we've seen this, there have been a few occasions when there have been treasure chests kind of littered around the map. So always want to be looking around and assessing my surroundings, but oh my gosh. What are we looking at? Virus and an amoeba, or a set of amoeba. Weird. Are we inside of the body of the dragon? Ugh, that is a bit weird, but whatever. We're just not gonna think about it. I feel, honestly, if I was in this party, that would make me so uncomfortable. I would hardly describe myself as a germaphobe or as someone who is afraid of dirt or afraid of a little grime. Like, doesn't bother me. I have spent plenty of time like on farms or outside camping and just that kind of thing. But I don't know how I would feel if I was walking on, I'm guessing, are these bones? Is it cartilage? I don't know what we're looking at, but the fact that we're seeing a set of amoeba or a set of viruses, that would be enough for me, and I'd be like, nope, I'm tapping out of this mission. But, you know, I guess that could be why no one has invited me on an adventure to save any sort of country or to help resolve a big issue. I'm not the person for that type of situation. But it's okay. I have other strengths, right? That's what I will just choose to focus on. Now, let me see. Since Medea was paralyzed for so goddamn long, I'm going to have her use her Sophie's crown, and we'll see if we can take out, like, look at this. Bacteria and parasites. You guys, it can't just be me who would be like, nope, fuck this. I don't think so. I would not be about this at all. But what is kind of interesting, oh my god, we do a lot of damage. All right, so maybe I did over level just a little bit, my friends. But again, holy shit, I was so anxious when we recruited Wild and Mean Maw and I saw fucking Wild at level 21. I just, you know, it might have been an unnecessary knee-jerk reaction, but I think it was justified. I couldn't have us moving forward and constantly dying and then me needing to potentially run back on my own anyway. I just didn't think that sounded wise, but maybe I spent too much time grinding. But lesson learned. And if anything, I'm sure there'll be a point where the enemies will jump in levels again and we won't feel this big of a difference in terms of our spells and their potency against them. That's my guess anyway. But anyway, we won't worry about whether we're too leveled or under leveled. We will just set our sights on the prize, which is, I guess are we looking for the dragon? Are we inside the dragon? I just want to know, where's Cornmoo's shit? If this is in fact the dragon that he slayed, it's not too far-fetched to expect something to have been left behind. But I suppose only time will tell us what we are actually making our way towards. This has been very long and winding, so it wouldn't surprise me if we are actually in the belly of the beast, so to speak. Woohoo, woohoo, Medea got a level, and I would venture Meanmaw as well as Wild should be fairly close to getting levels themselves. So our crew really is looking good now, and it didn't take that long for our newest recruits to get somewhat caught up with Chesney and Medea. Yup, woohoo, Meanmaw and Wild both did see themselves with levels from that fight, so that's great. And what the hell is this sludge? And this opening? That almost looked like a... I was just gonna say, it looked like a mouth. What the fuck? That looks like a dragon. And he says, I thought my stomach felt funny, but I spat out quite a surprise. Haha. Hold the motherfucking phone, you guys. If he just spit us out, that means we were inside of him. How the hell did we get inside the dragon? Did we enter through his ass? Or maybe there was just some sort of hole, or the opening of the cave was actually an incision in his gut? That is creepy. What? I don't even know what to say, but that is super gross. But it does explain why we were running into amoebas and into viruses and bacteria. Ugh. But the parasites, bro, you need to fucking figure that shit out. Anyway, he continues, I've been waiting 10,000 years for you. I'm glad you finally came. What a troublesome 10,000 years. Hear me, Gabned. How I have suffered the torment which you visited upon me. It was my fate to be born that I might suffer, and you came to release me. Heroes, withdraw the sword that sticks in my back. Is it possibly Cormu's sword? The sword of Cormu that binds me. That's nuts, but that makes me concerned as well. If the sword of Cormu is in his back, does this mean that this dragon is evil and us removing the sword is going to free him, which could result in another level of devastation for Lennis? Or on the flip side, y'all, I'm fucking thinking about this. Was it possible that Cormu is actually the bad guy and the dragon didn't do anything wrong? I don't know how I feel about this, but whatever, we're gonna do it. So we've obtained Cormu's sword. I mean, we need to. This is one of the 3 pieces that are going to help us take down Dalgren. I don't know, you guys. I feel uncomfortable with this decision, but at the same time, what else can we do? We gotta commit to it. Haha. Thank you, heroes. I am free. Time is broken. Oh God, what have we done? Let us be off into the sky? Where do you wish to go, great heroes? So he isn't bad, right? North, south, east, west, to the sea, to the mountains. Shall we go to Riga, the land of the heavens, or shall we go to the shining star, Soa? Let us be off into the sky. Hang on tight. Well, this was quite unexpected. Holy guacamole. We are riding on a dragon, you guys. This is awesome. But I'm not controlling him, so is he just going to automatically bring us to the next objective in our journey? This is so strange. I honestly cannot wrap my head around the existence of this dragon and his involvement in what our next steps will be. I mean, obviously, what was great about this entire situation is that we did uncover one of those 3 pieces, but where do we go from here? Is he bad, and should we actually slay him? Should this, in a sense, then bring to our attention maybe the concern we should have regarding Cormu sealing this dragon off in the first place? I don't know. Just a lot of questions are going through my mind right now. Hopefully we'll have them answered sooner rather than later. Anyway, we have arrived, great ones, says the dragon. This is Sasquatch. It is a land of red earth and dark souls. Well, that answers one of the questions I posed regarding whether or not he was going to bring us to our next destination. So we knew that the Sword of Cormu was in Nasquat. Next is the helm of Cormu, should be somewhere here in Sasquatch, and then our last piece is the armor of Cormu, which is in an area known as the Throne of the Immortals. So kind of cool that he brought us straight here. Be on your guard as you walk. Now, my part is done. After fulfilling my destiny, I can return from whence I came. So long, brave warriors. What does that mean? Is the dragon dead? Or did he just leave and go to a new dimension? You guys, I love closure, and I feel like his introduction to us is just giving me more questions than it's answered for me. I don't like this feeling, but what I do like is replenishing my HP with this fountain here. That is great. But let me see. Just want to make sure there's nothing I can do here with these flowers. And oh, a split bug? Is that what that thing said? Looks like it to me. I'll just, you know what? We'll just go all out on this thing. We're right by a fountain, so we will just heal up immediately after. And you know what? I would say this is a fairly good stopping point for the episode anyway. I honestly didn't expect the video to take this kind of turn and us to meet a fucking talking dragon and come out of his mouth after, I'm guessing, entering through his asshole. Like, what even? What are we supposed to take away from that? I'm not sure what the game was trying to do there, but you know, I guess I can dig it. I mean, you have no choice, right? It is what it is. And as a result of that weird situation, we were able to walk away with the Sword of Cormu, which I wonder, should I equip it to Chesney? Or maybe I'll wait until I get all the other pieces. Oh my God, we didn't get anything from that. But to be fair, it was just one fight, or I shouldn't say one fight, but just one enemy in that fight. So maybe as we run into battles that have more enemies, we'll see ourselves with better XP and some better gold. But okay, where are we at? Chesney should be leveling up soon. Since I am so close to it, I'm definitely not going to be worrying about Medea. And Wild, as well as Meanma, just gained a level before we had exited the dragon's mouth. So what I will do, friends, is I will go ahead and just run around here for maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes, get a level on Chesney, heal myself back up. I wouldn't guess that this is replenishing our bottles. Nope, that doesn't seem to be the case. So I will just hover right here around the fountain, and when we return in episode number 21, we will, I guess, begin truly exploring this new continent of Sasquatch. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I greatly appreciate having you here. My name is Rabbit, and this is my blind Let's Play of Paladin's Quest. So take care, be good, everyone, and I'll see you very shortly.